Hello, welcome back to Game Room 1. It's been a while since we did an update on our carrier, so today we're gonna take you for a ride. I'm here with my dear friend Nismo. Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
hello. It's going to be fun one today. Yes, we have a few updates. Nothing too major, but again, key systems have been starting to be built. Yes, very important because
Mm-hmm.
it is a carrier after all. So it needs to actually hold some ships. All right, let's start our epic tour of epicness.
Epicness.
Indeed. So, a little overshot here of the previous. The ship hasn't really changed in design externally much. It's pretty much the same. We may have added some reinforcing some side thrusters, some more. The actual thrusters have been, so the ship can maneuver. As you can see, it's still massively fucking huge.
Yeah, it's around 600 meters. I think we already went over that
Yep. Um.
when it comes to the
Uh,
length.
Yep, so we're just going to go down now into the hangar. So the previous snapshot or build log, whatever you want to call it, the flight deck was a lot different. Lex just decided one day he didn't like that and changed it all.
I, yeah, I kind of tore down the entire flight deck, raised it up by 2 or 3 blocks, and completely redesigned it.
Yep,
I
so
wasn't happy with
yeah,
it.
again, our artist, he's a perfectionist.
Nightmare.
So this is the central airlock. We've only got one of the doors in place at the moment. We're still working on the door mechanisms and so forth.
Yeah.
So it'll be a double door system. So fighter will come in,
Yeah, this
stage
is kind
here.
of the same principle as before I changed everything,
Yeah,
so...
but we've been busy below.
Yes, Nismo has been busy actually.
hmm
This is really his artistry that came
So again,
floating.
a ship this size needed something substantial for an engine room, I felt, and
This is the
I
reactor.
went. Yes, this is reactor room one. Yes, that's right. There's more than one.
Sorry about that. That was my cat just entering my room.
Yes, well, Achilles.
Achilles, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so here's an overview. So there is roughly 9 bank and yeah, about 9 each
Did
side.
you lose count this one?
Yeah, well, it's been a while. Of each bank of these curved arc. I don't know again whoever the model author is.
Mhm.
We don't know who you are, but thank you. They are amazing. They look really cool. I
Yeah.
was kind of
We
going for the
we
vibe of a power plant,
yeah, like
a
in a
turbine room.
turbine room. Yeah, we used the arc reactors before, but we figured out that the arc reactors actually cause a huge amount of lag in the
Yes,
game, and
they're
so
great. They're amazing, but
yeah, we like their style, but they're also the
frame rate.
reason why the Achilles turned out to be so laggy. And so we
Indeed.
decided to go a different path, and well, Nismo came up with this using these quarter reactors, and well, it came out really great. Also, we are thinking of, well, the kind of the idea is that each one of these reactors are like modular, and
hmm
if this ship would be like in dry dock, they can just take one out, and there will be this giant door in the floor that will open up, and then they can remove it, and then they
Yeah, a
can
little
enter another one.
drone.
Yeah.
Some sort of drone would pick it up, pull it across, drop it down, and the new one would come in. That's what I was going for, a modular design. Here's the control tower. I haven't really finished
No, no.
putting
This is
controls in.
this is like the reactors are finished, but the entirety of the room is not completed because it still needs some details here and there and
Yeah, but
control
we got a
things.
lot more bigger things to worry about first.
Yeah.
So here's the main reactor so far. Then there's a corridor that leads off, and then there's some corridors. There's some more corridors that lead upstairs to a gyro room, which I'm still nowhere near started. So there's no point in showing you that because it's just empty space. And yeah, so this is the overview of the reactor. It's the same either side, so it's
Yeah.
exactly the mirror. So I'm not going to show you that because no point. It's exactly the same.
It's not
Uh,
finished either, I think, right?
Shh.
The other side. Wow, we're
You're
building a
ruining the
ship.
mystery.
We're building a ship. Uh,
Mirror mode failed me.
yeah.
So anyway, let's head off towards the front of the ship where Lex has been busy.
Yeah.
And so
which I've been
Underneath,
cursing and
yeah, a lot of
yeah, as you can see, this entire huge space underneath the flight deck is also gonna be uh,
filled
a
in.
corridor and rooms and stuff. And
Car
I was thinking maybe also like some place with some drones which take care for repairs of the aircraft, because first I wanted to make like a lift on like on an aircraft carrier, but we don't really have the room for it.
Ironically, in a
Yes,
600-meter long
I
ship, we
know.
don't have the room.
I know,
Irony.
right? But I might make a drone bay with a floor that opens up and then they come out and they do their thing. But whatever, we'll see. We still have a lot of fucking work on this thing.
Yeah.
So the flight deck
Mhm.
is well as good as finished, apart from some details.
Detailing and lighting and things like that, but we're waiting
So
for that.
as you can see, there are corridors up there, but we're not going to show you them because they're not finished and they're empty. So behind the windows, and you can look down on the flight deck, and they run all the way down parallel to the flight deck, so you can have a view of things. And then what we're also still going to do is make ready rooms up there, and then there's a tubing that's going to come down where the pilots come down, and then when they the ships will be on these platforms ready to go. So there's 4 large hangars like this. So there's 2 in the back, 2 in the front. The vultures will be back here, or the whatever.
Again, we haven't
vultures,
we haven't
dogs.
finalized the
Yeah,
flight
it's
pattern.
basically the same. I think I made them the same size, the hangars, so it doesn't really matter. So what I have also done was I made this corridor fancy. So there's this door. As you can see, one side is unfinished, the other side is kind of finished.
Mirror mode
And
failed us again.
yeah, these will be hangarage for the ferrets and the cat's eyes that Nism was gonna build.
Again,
And
not a
what
final
will
name.
yeah, not a it's a project name.
It is.
So what will happen is this is also an airlock, right? So the ship, you will go slide sideways, that door closes, the other one opens, and then they come out the side of the hangar of the ship, cause the ferret and the cat's eye are like they're not like fighter aircraft. They don't need to be going full speed when they exit the thing. So
No, there's
whatever.
no
And it's
urgency.
space.
Yeah, there's no urgency for these ships to leave the aircraft carrier fat quickly.
Unless we're sinking though. Oh no, wait, we're in space.
All hands.
Yeah. So I'm also probably gonna make doors where you see these arrows, but they will be open all the time. But they'll be like bulkhead doors.
Yeah, it's again, the ship will be compartmentalized just in case of, mainly for atmospheric purposes, and bulkhead. We do like to make our ships actually semi-warships, so that they can actually operate. But this is where Lex has been his most busy,
Yeah.
the front of the ship here, because
These
he's got
are
a swag
the
YOLO on.
these are the launch tunnels actually. So this one is completely finished, and I'll show it to you in a second how it works. I've been really having an issue with the gravity catapults, but I think I've got them down. Maybe not 100%, but they actually work, which is a big feat. All these tunnels are the same. The middle tunnels are a little bit shorter, but I figured out since the middle tunnels are not as spacious when it comes to the launch pad here, we use the Hawks here
Smaller ship,
in the
yep.
middle because they're shorter. Don't mind all the fucking mass blocks on the front. I mean, these are prototypes.
Yeah, early concept.
Yeah, if you look at the Vulture, I put like in space balls because they're actually better than mass blocks because they go up to 5 tons in weight instead of 2. So what I'll do now is I'll go inside. I will park the ship inside, and I will.
Meanwhile, I will go out to the front
Yes.
so we can get a secondary angle.
Let me just fly in here. So in case anyone's wondering, I turned off block damage while we're building this because in our previous build log you might have seen me go through the exterior wall of the spaceship. Yeah.
That was fun to repair.
Yeah. So I decided it's better since we're building in creative anyway, just to turn up the damage.
You think?
Yeah. So let me just
Anyway.
line this up.
So you'll see Lexis is engaging a program now. He's using timer blocks. So once he's lined it up, he'll engage the program. So you'll see his shot, and then I'll be the angled shot of the tube itself.
I just need to close that exterior door because otherwise the timing is messed up. Let's see, what is it called again?
Door.
Launch tube 1. No, wait. Tube 1. Yeah, it's been a while, people. I've been really busy.
Life.
Airlock gate exterior closed. Okay, that's
So what it's doing now is basically forces the program to start.
Well, yeah, it's just the disk door needs to be closed, otherwise the timer blocks. So I'm inside the cockpit. I just need to lock on to the ship, find a connector, and then you can see at number 1 how do I get my mouse pointer again? No, G. Okay. You can see the timer block becomes active. It's called tube 1 timer block 01 start trigger now. Yes, it's a mouthful. But what happens is you line up your ship, you press that button. While you're connected to the carrier through the connector, you'll get fuel and all that stuff. So you disconnect. Then you're disconnected. The door in the front will open. There's a red light.
The blast shield behind the fighter aircraft comes up and then ready to fire. The lights come online. So the lights all fire up. As you can see, they're all individually firing.
They're green light. Turn off the dampeners, turn on the mass blocks, and go. And it's not working for some weird reason, but whatever. I've been having issues.
Just a few. So if anyone can help us with the craft gens, cut us up.
Yeah, sometimes they work and sometimes they don't, so it's really weird.
Again, with my fighter, it's not essential because it's a bit overkill. The Vulture's a bit too fast, but yeah. Again, it's a nice. We'll keep working on it. Eventually, we'll crack it. You know, it's just it keeps time is the thing, isn't it? Working on it and fine tuning.
I don't get it though. Last time I did 3 tests and it worked, and now
mate. Don't worry about it. It happens. Anyway, so a little more overview shot. We've also done some underside carriage work with this radar array. Again, we're going to fine tune that. There's going to be some glass. We're going to have a rotating radome like on the Hermes. So this is early days yet, but we will have some sort of massive radar array down there just because we can, pretty much. Again.
Yeah, and also everything is on the outside is flat right now, but it'll have
piping,
all kind of crevices and piping and guns, flak guns, you know, like anti-fighter guns mostly.
Yeah, this thing won't have really offensive weapons itself. It's like a real aircraft carrier. They have defensive only. Her weaponry comes from a fighter aircraft. That's her offensive ability, is to have the fighter aircraft. The front nose cone here with the glass cockpit is the flight command or flight launch control.
Yeah, but it's just temporary though, because I find it a little bit too much glass on the front.
Well, there was maybe some rumors of some blast shields that may come up to protect it, you know, or something along those lines. That's a very feasible option. So yeah, that's pretty much been the snapshot for the overview of the Project Titan. Again, we haven't come up with a name. We're just calling it Project Titan because it's a beast. So feel free if you want to put a name in the comments, by all means. One caveat: it's got to be Greek mythology.
It has to be
Greek mythology. Anything in that. All right. Apart from that, that's it. So you can go wild. And, well, yeah, that's been me, Nismo, and he's been Lexstock.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And why are you bumpy? I hate you. You smell the puppy.
I would hurt you.
No, I spank your face.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
Oh, no.
Oh shit, we're still recording.
See, this is why we can't finish this shit. Anyway, see you next time. This was Game Room 1. Bye-bye.
Bye.